In this video, I am going to discuss about the potential due to a group of point charges. Dear student, first I would like to remind you, in the previous video already I have derived this formula, potential due to a point charge. Suppose a charge is Q and P is a point at distance r from it, then the potential due to this charge Q at point P is V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. And since electric potential is a scalar quantity, so in this case here we consider the sign of the charge. If this charge is positive, then here you will take plus Q by R, and suppose if this charge is negative, then here we will consider minus Q by R. And to find the potential due to a group of point charges at any point P, suppose Q1, Q2, minus Q3, minus Q4, in this way Qn, with the several charges whose distances from point P are R1, R2, R3, R4, Rn. Our aim is to find electric potential due to this group of charges at point P. So for this purpose, first we will find out potential due to this first charge at point P by using this formula. Similarly, potential due to this charge at point P, due to this charge at point P, it means first we will find out the potential due to the individual charges at point P by using this formula, and for finding the net potential at point P, we will take their algebraic sum. Why? Because electric potential is a scalar quantity. Suppose the potential at point P due to this charge plus Q1 is V1. So you can write here V1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1. Similarly, potential due to this second charge plus Q2 at point P, you can write here V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 upon R2. Similarly, for third charge minus Q3, we can write here V3 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q3 upon R3. And due to Q4, suppose V4 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q4 upon R4. And in same way, for nth charge, we can write here Vn is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Qn upon Rn. Be careful about this one. We consider the sign of the charge here. If the charge is positive, then we will take positive. If negative, negative. And for finding the net potential at point P, so net potential at point P, suppose this one is V. So for finding the net potential, we will take their algebraic sum. Simply we will add V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus plus Vn. And in this way we can say V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 plus, in this way we will add all these, and plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Qn upon Rn. And for finding this net potential, we can write V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, in bracket you can write here Q1 upon R1 plus Q2 upon R2 plus plus Qn upon Rn. And this expression can also be written in form of summation, like V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation of I is equal to 1 to n Qi upon Ri. We can write in the summation form all this expression like this one here. So for finding the potential due to a group of point charges at any point P, simply you will calculate the potential due to the individual charges at the point P, and finally you will add it algebraically.
Right.
So V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation of I is equal to 1 to n, means from first charge to nth charge Qi upon Ri. If the charge distribution be continuous, then this summation be replaced by integration, and then you can write V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration of dq upon r. Again you listen here. If the charge distribution be continuous, then this summation be replaced by integration, and there you can write dq upon r. And if the charge is spread, if the charge is spread continuously, if the charge is spread continuously over an area A, then in the above this expression at the place of dq you can write sigma dA. As you know, surface charge density sigma is equal to charge per unit area. So at the place of dq you can write sigma dA. So this electric potential V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, here at place of dq sigma dA upon r, and this one is called surface integral. And if the charge is distributed continuously within a volume V, then electric potential V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole integration, and now at place of dq you can write rho dV. Why? Because volume charge density rho is equal to dq upon dV, so dq is equal to rho into dV. So at place of dq you can write rho dV upon r, and this one is called volume integral. So this expression, all these expressions be frequently used to solve the numerical problem which is generally asked in the competitive exam. Now next topic is the potential gradient. Dear student, you know in the class 11th already you have studied that temperature gradient, velocity gradient, it means the change in that physical quantity with respect to distance. That one is called the gradient of that physical quantity. You know, in an electric field, suppose Q is any source charge, and whole this white board is the electric field of this charge Q. Then no doubt this charge Q will show the potential at each point, and the potential at each point is different. It means the potential is changes with respect to distance in this electric field. So rate of change of potential with distance in an electric field is called potential gradient. So the rate of change of potential with distance in the electric field is called potential gradient. So the potential gradient is also same like temperature gradient, velocity gradient. Temperature gradient means change in temperature with respect to distance. Velocity gradient, change in velocity with respect to distance. In same way, in the electric field, the change in potential with respect to distance is called potential gradient. If dV is the change in potential with change in distance dr, then potential gradient is given by, gradient V means potential gradient is given by dV upon dr, and this potential gradient is a vector quantity. Always remember this, the gradient of a scalar quantity is always vector. So it is a vector quantity, and its unit is dV upon dr, means change in potential with respect to distance. So we can write volt per meter. Always remember this, the gradient of a scalar quantity is always a vector quantity. So in this way, electric potential is a scalar quantity. So when you will take its gradient, so the gradient of V means potential is dV upon dr, which is a vector quantity, and its unit is volt per meter. So dear student, today you go through this small topic which I have given here, and next video I will give you the relation between E and V, or electric field as a gradient of the electric potential. Thank you.